let's wrap up the last lesson of the series of calligraphy for beginners. We have seen there's two different ways of writing an alphabet with different nibs. One is the flat nib, which gives the expansion and makes a different alphabet. And then the other one is the one that I have here, is with the pointed nib, the most original one, the way I learned to write when I was a child. And paint, watercolor paint, black watercolor paint. So we're going to wrap it up with this, doing the numbers, writing the numbers. And for the occasion, I wrote the lines myself. I did not use the grid as is in the book, but I drew the lines myself, just for the occasion. The expansion is done under an angle of, let's say, 55 degrees, and we continue to hold the nib in the direction of the grid. We're not going to move it. We always keep it the same direction, and we put pressure on the direction of the nib itself. And then we let go, and then we put pressure, and then we let go, and then we put pressure. This, in contrary of the flat nib, we're not putting more or less pressure on it, but we are keeping it exactly the same angle. Because by keeping it the same angle, the letter actually forms itself. Now you also have seen that it's not the same as writing with a kind of a fountain pen and then everything just evolves from that. No, it's really different than regular writing. You are constructing the letters one by one. Both ways of writing have a cursive and they have a Roman, meaning basically straight up and under a stronger angle. It's not just that you write it under this angle. The letters basically really are different, just like the numbers are different. So let's look at the demonstration, and I hope you really understand what we're doing here. If not, you just get a second chance. It's all good. This is the expansion, capital. This is the translation, Roman, cursive, translation, cursive, translation, capital. And here you have the expansion, cursive, and Roman. Now we're doing the numbers. The flat nib is the translation. The pointed nib is the expansion. I don't really care if you remember those words, but you have to remember that they have different functions, they are constructed differently, and that they give different results, significantly different. So let's practice the numbers again. All we have learned right now, either get a quote or something specific that you like, your address, for example, with numbers, something specific that you would like to practice over and over again until it is really, really beautiful. Choose one nib. Don't keep going back and forth. It's already confusing enough. Choose the one that is most comfortable for you, or that you really like to practice over and over again until you get it. So this is only the beginning, because the art of calligraphy is an art, and nobody's born with the capacity, with the skill of writing beautifully. So it's a skill, and remember that. And it's not rocket science. So So go ahead and enjoy the art of calligraphy.